to Mission Control Houston. Today, the Try and Prove It show will be conducting an integrated field test. The internet can speculate on all kinds of secret transmitter systems, but here on the Try and Prove It show, we have to prove it.
Please set the hot queue to armed.
System is armed.
T-minus 5, 4, 3, start sequence. 1, 5. Now no longer pressure.
And welcome to Mission Control Houston, friends. Today, the Try and Prove It show will be conducting an integrated field test of the Charlie Kirk squib hypotheses. You may have been here a few times before, but today we promise to make it bigger and better than ever. Shortly, I'll be joined by Jordan Henshaw, who is in a remote field in Delaware. Once you are able to see our setup, there'll be a couple of different cameras. Camera B will focus on the device that we believe was used to activate the rifle. And in today's test, there will be no rifle. But the purpose of camera B is to show you that the rifle would fire at the proper time if it was indeed present. And camera B represents the loci center roof. Now, camera A, 100 yards away, will represent the TPUSA tent. And there we will watch Jordan as he conducts the squib test. He has just arrived to the park where we've been doing this testing from, and will be joining us in just a moment for a little bit of the behind the scenes setup. I can see him start to come through, and I have him on the phone as well. Jordan, did I see camera B pop on?
I hope not yet.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw it flash.
Walking to that location now.
Okay. Jordan is still on his walk there. So I'll continue telling you a little more about how this process will go down. So at T-minus 2 minutes, we will begin by conducting a clicker test, and this will verify that Jordan will be able to use the active squib and that it is ready to work. This happens when the system is disarmed for safety purposes. At T-minus 1 minute and 30 seconds, I'll confirm with Jordan that his manual kill switch is set to off. Then I'll conduct a communications test with the electronics that he's wearing. This tells us whether the laptop that I will actually be controlling remotely here in Houston, states away, is able to speak to the squibs. If this test happens to fail, then we'll reset the clock to 5 minutes and attempt to recycle or retry the test. Then at T-minus 1 minute, I will give permission to Jordan to set his kill switch to on. After that, I will set the computer's state to armed. At T-minus 10 seconds, I'll begin to count down, and at T-minus 2 seconds, I will instruct Jordan to activate the squib. He'll do so by pressing the clicker button, and first the transmitter will turn on and talk to the rifle actuator at camera B's position. Then the squib and the rifle actuator will activate. The squib and the rifle actuator will then deactivate, and finally, the transmitter will turn off at T+2 seconds. When the squib activates, we expect to see the cross pendant shoot up into Jordan's neck while the necklace flies out of his shirt and behind his back. Today, we might see a little extra too. This will then conclude the integrated field test, and Jordan will then drive home and rejoin me from his studio to debrief. You'll be able to ask questions and engage with Jordan in real time at that point. This is a prototype. I must stress to you all that it is a prototype, it is a testing campaign, and success is not guaranteed, and failure is always an option. That's the reality that we work with. Jordan and I are many states away. We've never had the opportunity to even meet in person, but we have been able to work on this experiment over the last couple of months together. And if we do experience an anomaly today, it will be a learning experience that will only make us more equipped for next time. Did you say something, Jordan?
I did. Am I coming through okay?
Yes.
I just wanted to add something there about failure being an option. On the real day, when we do the test for real at the very end, failure will not be an option. So we're still in the prototyping stage right now, but once it's complete, failure will not be an option, okay?
Understood. I think everybody in the chat understood that too. Failure is only an option in these preliminary testing days. Am I able, Jordan, to add would you like for me to add your camera to the stage yet, or wait until you are at the next location? Uh-oh.
Where did it go? Yes, please, so I can frame it.
Okay, great.
You know what? No, you're good. I can frame it without.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah, I think I can see it.
Okay. Sounds good. So today's test is funded in large part by you. Special thanks goes out to those who have donated to Jordan's GoFundMe, and I'm going to put that on the screen for us, so that way we can take another look at it. So the funds raised by this GoFundMe go directly towards purchasing many of the electronics that are hidden within the backpacks that you'll see today, even electronics that Jordan is wearing on his body that you we've either told you about or we haven't told you about. It's a complicated setup that Jordan has created, but if you have joined our channel before and seen any of our previous streams, you've been able to witness how amazing it is that Jordan is just being self-taught over the last couple of months, has really come this far to recreating the scene that we saw on September 10th. If you would like to donate today, a link for that is in the description. And we also have the page pulled up for you full screen right now, so you can take a look at that. Funding has a direct relationship to the forward progress of this campaign. And I know that Jordan is constantly dealing with, the desire to try to advance, the work that he's doing, but he is doing this on his own time. So anything that you can do will be helpful. That's right. Brandy Graham says, who doesn't love a challenge? We love a challenge. Jordan just hung up, so I think hopefully that's a good sign. Isaac Gold, this is what they would have practiced for and probably how, like a military test. So cool. Well, thank you for being here. And this is something that Jordan and I work together on once a week. We have now, I think this may be our 6th or 7th iteration of it. We'd previously done a little bit before. Okay, I think I just saw Jordan enter the stream. So let me go ahead and pull all of that up. There we go. Okay, Jordan.
My tripod. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
The tripod just broke.
Uh-oh.
It just fell off. It's just cheap plastic. That sucks. Yeah, so this is the behind the scenes that we always do every test, or at least the past few tests, but we haven't live streamed it until today. So this is what always happens. We just haven't showed you guys yet.
So we're really pulling back the curtain today, and instead of having you wait Wait. We thought, why not let you just see kind of a little bit of the behind the scenes, the authenticity that happens as Jordan and I are setting up and prepping for the stream. As you just saw, and Jordan mentioned, like his tripod broke. So, the one thing I know about Jordan though is he's fantastic at improvising and making do with what's available. So I'm sure we'll be able to work through something. Thank you. Sorry if I'm not saying it right, but Lemony time lapse. I sure hope things work out for you the way you're anticipating. You put so much thought and work into this. Definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
How's my wind today?
It's far less. I don't even hear any wind. You sound a little bit muffled, but I mean, we can, or I can hear you at least.
Okay.
We have someone from Delaware in the chat.
Hopefully it's not that weird car.
No, no. It's Buffy, and she has she's been in many of my streams. She's awesome.
Perfect. So what I'm doing right now is I'm getting the clicker out, if I can find it. Here it is. Just a clicker. Here's my gas. Here's Mikey McCoy's laptop that we'll set up here in a bit. Here are my remote battery banks here for the phones. That's just for the stream. That doesn't really have anything to do with the actual Charlie Kirk stuff. That's just for power redundancy, because the first test at this specific location we had to expedite due to low battery, and we don't really want to have to do that again. I'm now going to plug in the, we have a storm cloud maybe coming, but I'm now plugging in, powering on Mikey McCoy's backpack. There we go. That is now on. And I'm going to get the battery banks hooked up now.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do next.
And just to, while Jordan is working on that, the idea of Mikey McCoy's backpack, it's something that can be seen in right next to the tent. As Mikey is standing there, he's wearing this really, this backpack. You would think that if you were planning on staying and standing for 2 hours, and you're with the core staff, that you would put down your backpack. It would be uncomfortable and heavy to wear for 2 hours. But he's standing right there wearing his backpack. And as we know, as soon as the incident happened, it was phone to the ear and he was gone, as far as he could be away from the scene. So I think that was kind of the origin story for where the backpack arrived from. And so it's become kind of a central brains, would you say, Jordan?
It's the sequencer. It's the part that allows the tiny electronics that you put on Charlie Kirk's body to talk to the rifle. So it's the sequencer that sequences the squib and the rifle. And the reason I suspect that's what that was is because, will this work? It's because the way Mikey McCoy leaves so fast.
We are upside down for now.
What is?
We're up. The phone is upside down for the moment.
Can you rotate it?
Let's see. I don't know that if there's a way for me to do that.
I'm improvising due to the fact that my tripod broke and I do not have tape with me here. And when I try to plug it in, you know what I can do? I can just leave it right here. until we need it, because if I tried to charge it at the same time that
Oh, I see. It would be too heavy. Yeah.
no, it's the cord gets in the way. I need the clamping
Okay.
force in order for it to. What? Maybe I can do it this way. Maybe this will work. The actual metal part didn't break. It was just the plastic part. So the additions here today for the I almost did it. I didn't cuss though. I almost cussed. But Kelly has a sound effect for me today if I do cuss.
That's
Because
right.
what had happened was when we were rehearsing today, her kid was in the room. I didn't realize it, and I was cussing left and right with the worst cuss words. And then I realized the kid was in the room, and I'm like, I'm not going to cuss, but oh crap! I had to shut that down quick.
It's okay. He's heard far worse at the other household far more often.
I am attempting to fix my tripod here. So far, not even sure how it was supposed to work, because it yeah, I think the tripod
Spanky the
isn't made
spider
well.
monkey says Mikey didn't even see Charlie hit the ground. And when he got to the hospital, he didn't even go in. He was seen picking someone up and leaving. That's not what a best friend does. That's a tough one. I mean, if my best friend slash boss slash, I mean, anyone that I've remotely cared about, probably someone that I didn't even care about, I would really have a hard time fleeing the scene. But I'm one who kind of finds themselves running toward danger than running away from it. And then when it comes to the hospital, you know, the only indication that we have, I think, of him, I've heard the story of him supposedly picking someone up and leaving, but I've never seen the actual video of that. The person who had alleged that they witnessed that, as far as I know, never released the footage. So I'm not sure if that exists or not. Like with many things at this point, if you have some footage, what are you waiting around for? Just put it out there. But we did know that, or I mean, we assume, because I think there's a lot of lies that have been told, but according to what Brian Harpole had said, you know, that Mikey was on the phone with JD Vance, and Vice President Vance said, "What do you need? What can I do?" And that's when Harpole said, "You can get us an autopsy.
We need an autopsy.
We need an autopsy." Like, who's thinking of that right then?
Your buddy just died. You're getting fired. It's the worst day of your life.
Yeah, let the medical professionals tell you what you need on that front.
How is
But
my
no, I mean,
resolution? Sorry
oh, it
to
was great.
change subject.
Yeah, no worries.
The resolution is good.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it
like
looks great.
the bit rate is good. Okay.
Yeah, it's I would say it's very clear, much more clear than last time
Perfect.
on
All right.
both. On both.
I have fixed my tripod issue. I have improvised. Thank you for inspiring me to improvise.
Hey, I mean, you did it. It looks great.
All right. So that's not charging yet. It will be now though. Now it's charging. All right. I'm going to go out to the other one and set up that battery bank for the other camera.
Okay.
But what I'll tell the audience though is okay, so we're doing a blood test today. I'm sure, I think Braden will be very pleased to hear that we are doing a blood test today with red blood. So that's the big one for today. And you know what? I forgot to add the rifle sound, so we don't have a rifle sound today.
Okay.
I didn't forget to add it, but I didn't. Like I keep saying, I have time to add it, but I just don't manage my time correctly, so I didn't add it.
I mean, that's okay. I think we can forgive you. You've got a lot going on. And let's
So we don't have
remember,
rifle sound.
guys, this is not his full-time job. This has become, it probably feels like a full-time job, but
Whoever, oh, sorry, that was a butt. Let me go ahead.
no, it was just a hanging butt, you know. But you are doing a phenomenal job, even though it's not your full-time job.
So, can you pull up the image of the bump on his belly, Kelly?
Sorry, could you say that again? I think we were losing you for a minute.
No, I didn't. You remember the image, or like there's like basically every image of his belly shows the bump. But do you
Yes.
remember like the main one? Would you pull that up?
Oh, sure. Yep. If you guys give me
I
just a
think go
moment,
into
locate that.
do the screen share using the one we use on Thursday nights. The layout on Thursday nights should work.
Wait, say that again. You want me to use? Oh, but I need to find the image first. I think I lost him. But in the meantime, oh, there he is. Hold on. I'm going to unmute. Oh, they muted them. Okay. He's got that camera muted. In case you can hear me, Jordan, you have camera B muted, so I can't unmute you from this side of things, but I will get to looking for that image real quick. You sound really far away. Oh, you guys can probably actually see him. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up full screen real quick. Can you see Jordan actually in the middle of the screen past these blades of grass? He's walking and walking and walking. So he's walking back to his other position. Just for reference, which I think is kind of cool to be able to see that versus this position. Flip back over to this. So now you can barely see him, but yeah. So for our folks who are watching, if you look just to the left of the backpack, Jordan is like a small black dot off in the distance.
Maybe if I.
Now you can see with the white. Yeah, I just saw the white shirt.
I'm doing smoke signals.
It's smoke signals. That's pretty neat. Okay, so just for kicks, we're trying to make it as realistic as possible within a means.
I just did an SOS with it. Because it has a pretty nice aperture on it, so it's not in focus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool.
All right, I'm going to set up. I'm not sure when I cut off, but I cut off at some point because of the Bluetooth range.
Yeah, it's probably about halfway walking there. Go ahead.
Yeah. What we need to do now is I'm going to set up the laptop. That's what I'm going to do now. We need to do the retract and detract test on the actuator. Or not the test, but it is a test, but we also need to retract it.
The connection as well.
For the actuator, for the rifle?
Just to connect my laptop to your laptop remotely.
Yes, that is what we're doing right now.
Yep.
I'm thinking about what we need to do after. So I'm going to set up my hotspot now for Mikey McCoy's laptop, Mikey McCoy's backpack. That's just on my phone. That's just a normal hotspot. Just on my phone with my cell data service, nothing fancy. Okay, that should be on now. Now I just go on to this laptop and connect to the hotspot if it pops up. Which it should.
Oh.
There it is. All right, now you should be able to attempt connection, Kelly.
Okay, one moment.
So the cool thing today is we have a blood test scheduled. Won't necessarily work, but it'll probably work. I just did a test in the shower. I should probably post the clip to X. I shared it with Kelly.
Oh, definitely you should. It's very good.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to ask you to do.
What?
I might have asked you to do. I did ask you to do. I don't know if you heard me though, because the connection cut out. Can you share the picture of Charlie with the bump on his belly?
Mm. Yes, one
I
moment.
think I asked you to do that, and then I think I got distracted or something happened. I keep asking you to do contradictory things. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
All right, you should have connection now.
Yep.
And now I'm going to
I'm trying to
activate.
think. Is the best place for me to pull that without searching through all my files his website, probably? McClintock Wilson's?
It's not on there. I don't think it's on there. I think it was like a screen grab from a video. I know it's on my X several times, like over on media. That's where I normally pull it up from.
Okay, I'll do that.
Not to like shamelessly plug or anything.
Well, yeah, why not? I mean, it's your stream, plug away.
It's the try and prove it stream. Okay, I'm going to find amphetamine. What I'm doing on the laptop right now, I believe you should be able to see what I'm doing. But I have amphetamine pulled up. That allows me to close the lid of the laptop without it turning off the laptop. So that's what I'm activating now. And now, I think you can see what I'm doing. Ooh, I'm going to close the lid, and you should still have the screen. And now I will connect the USB to the laptop so that now we should have DMX once I turn on. No, I already did turn it on. So we should now have DMX. Now that just slides in the back there, and I have a Risk board, the board game Risk, in the back of the laptop, or behind it, to give it structure so that the dongle doesn't get bent, because that's happened a couple times. To give it that pressure on the rear. All right. And I guess we don't need the Bluetooth speaker for today because I forgot the sound effect. It does have sound.
Oh, that's all right.
Just it's like the alarm sound. That's not very good. But they can see the timer.
Yes. Okay, so would you like for me to go ahead, Jordan, and pull up now the belly or one of the belly photos?
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh, let me see. Let me remove.
I think you can go to. Yeah.
How about I do?
We have the one from Try and Prove It, right? From Thursday night.
Let's see. I'm trying to. One moment, you guys. Bear with me. Let's see.
There you go.
Okay. There.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
And now, since I'm still there, check this out, guys. Can you see my belly?
Yeah, it looks pretty darn close. Oh my gosh, Jordan. Wow.
And that is
And
not,
you go, please.
belly fat. Because like, how would that be belly fat? Look at Charlie. How is that belly fat? That's not belly fat. That's not what belly fat looks like. Check it out. That's my blood
Wow.
bladder.
Okay, let me
Isn't
see.
that
Let me
wild?
see if I can pull you up side by side, if I can remove myself. I'd love to see the photo side by side with you. I want to see if I can by chance.
Don't break anything though.
Okay, fine. I won't. We'll do that after the fact. How about that?
Yeah, we can
I
do
won't.
that later. We can do that when I get back.
Jordan's like, don't break anything, please. Yeah, you're right. With me, no
Is
telling.
that with are you on the
Hold
I think
on.
you might
I'm
be on
on
the wrong
the
layout. There you
wait.
go.
Yep.
There you go.
And there we go. I'm back.
Perfect.
No sudden movements. No sudden movements by me.
No sudden movement. All right, I'm gonna walk out to camera B. I'm at camera A right now. I'm gonna walk to camera B and we'll do the retract detract test, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to leave my earpiece here, so I'm gonna be going dark.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. Yeah, bulge sounds like somebody has some bullet casings to inscribe. And sorry, that was me. Right now, when I'm posting in the chat, I'm posting to Jordan, to my account, and to the Try and Prove It account. Sometimes I forget to do -KR. But yes, I got to tell you, every time I hear bulge, it makes me think about what they claim is on the bullet casings. In the meantime, I am going to pull up this super chat. Thank you
Can you
so
hear me?
much. Yes, I can hear you really well. Can you hear me? Or
Hello?
us? Yes. Can you hear me?
Is she talking right now?
Yes, I am. I'm talking. I can hear you. There you go. Hopefully you should be able to rejoin right quick. Oftentimes with StreamYard, there we go. Hopefully, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you for doing that. I know it's an annoying StreamYard thing, but
Okay.
sometimes that's the way it goes.
Do you know
But
how
thank
to
you.
get to QLab, Kelly?
Yes.
Go into QLab, please. I know I told you that you wouldn't be touching QLab anymore, but we need to do it for this test because I forgot.
Okay, no worries. Okay. I'm in QLab.
Okay. Why is it white? Oh, because it's the left half. Okay. Do you remember how to go to the light dashboard? Click a light cue, and then go find the light dashboard button to pull up the pop-up where you can control things manually.
Can I move this over? Well, yeah, it should be okay, I think. Because right now I don't think I can see the light part. It's on timeline. Do I have to click into it?
You have to click one of the cues with the light bulb.
Okay.
Thank you both. You probably already read this, but it says there absolutely was a video at the hospital that showed someone getting into a vehicle. I will try to track it down. If you can, that would be absolutely terrific.
Yeah, I would love to see it. Okay, I clicked on the clicker test queue, and that's one with a light bulb.
Okay. And then in the bottom right, you should see light dashboard. And if you don't, just keep clicking tabs.
Okay. Light dashboard under levels.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So turn on the transmitter, please, the TX.
All the way.
Yes.
Okay, it's turned on all the way.
Okay. That allows for the audience, that allows the Mikey McCoy's backpack to talk to the rifle backpack. We don't want to keep it on all the time because it disrupts the bandwidth at the location and because it deprives us of battery power. So there's a cue that turns it on and then we go and then it turns it off so that we're conserving battery life. Can you please activate the rifle for 1 second and then bring it back off?
Okay, here we go.
Hold up. I forgot to turn on this backpack.
Oh,
My bad.
okay.
All right, I've now turned on this backpack. Please proceed.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Stop.
Yep, I
Stop,
heard
stop,
it.
stop, 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 stop,
It's
stop,
off.
stop.
It's off. I did.
It's range, I guess. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
I went like back pretty quickly. So
that's not your fault. It has bad signal because it's so low. Remember how we need the Lozy Center roof for this to work?
yes, the
'Cause I need
elevation of it.
yeah, it doesn't have very good line of sight. All right, let's get this thing framed. Is that framed okay?
Yes, the frame's good.
Okay.
Now it's kind of leaning. Now it's hard to see it,
So
especially
it's
since
perfect, and then I messed it up.
that's
How
okay.
about now?
Yeah,
Is that
that's
good?
good. That's great.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, I am moving to the other location now. I'm muting this mic so that we don't have wind, because that was like very annoying last time.
I can mute it. I can self mute. Okay, you got it. And so for everyone who's just joining and trickling in, so Mark David, I know you could not see Jordan in that case. He was just standing off to the side of this device that is serving as the actuator. It's our stand-in for the rifle. But now you can see Jordan here. I'm going to pull that comment off, and you can see Jordan walking off into the distance, and he will be walking toward where the backpack is and the chair. And so currently where you see this silver device, that's representing the Losi Center roof. Okay. And we'll say the rifle and the backpack that the alleged suspect was wearing. And then Jordan is walking toward, here we go. He's just arrived now at this shot, which is, or this camera angle rather, which is representing the TPUSA tent where Charlie was sitting. And that backpack that he just picked up is representing the backpack that Mikey McCoy would have been wearing that day.
Hello.
Hey there.
All right. Can you do that test one more time with the actuator?
Sure. Yes.
Just very quickly.
Okay. Ready? Rifle,
Yep.
here we go.
Stop. Perfect. All right. I'll consider that a success. And now please turn off the transmitter.
Transmitter is off.
Perfect. So now we're conserving battery life. Now we can exit out of that window and go back to our happy place in Blender,
Okay.
where everything is so much simpler.
Yes, thanks to you, Jordan.
And Blender will never crash. It is fantastic software. It will always work, right?
Right. We're manifesting.
What else do I need to set up?
Yourself.
I don't think I have. I don't think. Let's do my framing here. I feel raindrops,
Okay, well
but I have blue
then
skies overhead.
let's get it popping.
I have blue sky. It might have just been this little leak I have in my bladder, my blood bladder. That might be what it was. It's a very small, itty bitty leak. Nothing serious. How am I framed?
Perfect. Looks fantastic.
Do I need to be bigger?
I think we can see you quite well. Chat, if you'd like to weigh in.
Where do my knees cut off?
Your knees are at about the bottom quarter of the screen or bottom third of the screen.
Where do they cut off?
I can see them completely. I can, in fact, see down to your ankles.
Okay. Perfect. And how much headroom do I have? Do I have good headroom?
Yes, like as though you planned this out down to the inch.
Perfect. All right. I need to do prop load here, and I need to do, yeah, once we get into the count, then then I do the hat throwing, and that's, okay. Remember before we go into the count, that's when we kick my Jordan Henshaw YouTube and Kelly Raybon's personal YouTube. And everybody has to go to the Try and Prove It YouTube on YouTube, but none of the X streams will be kicked because it's going to be red blood this time, and I do not want to jeopardize Kelly's YouTube or mine, I guess. I'm not really that worried about it, but we do not want to jeopardize her YouTube with showing what looks to maybe be like real blood. So we're going to kick those YouTubes right before we go into the count. But I need to do prop load, what I'm calling prop load. I need to load in my gas cartridges. But I'm going to do that now, and then I'll come back and we'll kick the streams.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, it looks great. And I did want to mention, and Jordan can weigh in on this in a moment as well, but we had discussed right before the stream that he does, and you may not even notice it if I wouldn't be calling attention to it, but if you do notice it, it's for good reason. He had to kind of rig up things a little bit more around his neck today with some flesh toned tape. But, again, Jordan is on a very limited budget here. And we believe that, if Charlie was wearing a prosthetic neck, of course, or some type of prosthetic, something would have been far smoother, okay, than what you're seeing right now.
Yeah,
but this is a prototype. Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, with the prosthetic, you won't see anything, but I don't have the resources to do the prosthetic. And I'm just one person working alone in person physically. I have Kelly, but she can't put the tape on me. So that's an issue. So that's why it looks so bad. But this is a prototype. This is not the final product. So just because it's like, oh, obviously we can see this huge, giant bandage on your neck means, oh, you can't do it. I'm sure the one dude will have a heyday with that. But this is a prototype. As you can see, I have all this tape on my neck. Prototype is going to get better.
I'm going to be putting right now in the chat So that way folks can make the switch. Jordan, you think it's a good time for them to go ahead and start transitioning over to the Try and
Yes,
Prove It channel? Yeah.
yes. I should have put it in the description, but I forgot. It's like one of the many things I knew I needed to do, but I didn't manage my time, so I didn't.
And if we could, in the meantime, address this. So Tracy Scott said, Kelly, this is why it's best to use a green colored fluid so that way it won't upset YouTube. May be wrong, but definitely seems like a good way around it. I'd like to hear what Jordan's thoughts were on that, but we did discuss this, him maybe using a green or a blue fluid in lieu of or in an attempt to avoid the potential sensors. However, we're also trying to make this as realistic as possible.
This is a calculated risk.
And so yeah, we had to weigh the options here and think about, all right, if you're going to go for it, go big,
We're
go
going max.
realistic as possible, go max. And that way, again, we hope that everyone will go to the Try and Prove It YouTube.
Solenoid 1 is pressed.
That's good, right?
Yes.
Okay. Isaac Gold said, if the elites can do it, we can too. Oh goodness. And yes, Mark David, that's a great point. Green will camouflage. Yeah, you may not, with a field of green all around, you may not be able to see the green as much. So that's good. Good to know. And thank you so much, Stop in Traffic. As long as it's stated that it's clearly a scientific reenactment and there is no, hopefully that's real blood involved, there is no issue. We do try to make it clear that this is scientific reenactment, research, and investigation. So
why
we'll
is this
continue.
investigation? Why is this not me just playing around, having fun, just on my own little pet theory? Why is this investigation? Because if I find that there is a problem with this that prevents me from doing it, then it falsifies my theory. That's why it's investigation. And as I do more tests, I maybe find more out about certain anomalies. Like today with the blood bladder placement. Why is the blood bladder placed where we think it is? We have the bump on Charlie's belly right there, and I've always speculated that it would be the blood bladder, but why would you put the blood bladder on the belly and not on the legs? I think I told Kelly about this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you actually do this in real life, when you actually do the work and pick it up with your own bare hands and figure out how it works, you realize that if you use a pump, which I'm using today, someone had emailed us with an aircraft mechanic guy had emailed us some parts for a pneumatic system, but I chose not to do that because it's too complicated. But lost my train of thought. Why? Okay, what did we learn by using the pump today that we would not have learned had we just speculated and made assertions? Well, I learned that in order to prime these pumps, your reservoir has to be above the pump. That is by far the easiest way to prime the pump. I had quite a time trying to get it to prime without putting the reservoir above. It would not prime to save my life. So I have to put the blood bladder on my belly where it doesn't work. So this is just more validation. Not necessarily validation, but it's like, okay, well, maybe that's why he has this bulge on his stomach where you could probably put it really anywhere under the pants. But why would it be on the stomach? Well, probably because of gravity. Am I still going through?
Yep, we can hear you. I was just responding to some of the folks in the chat and putting all of our information on there. Okay, Josh Fox, don't you worry. He is getting to it already. We went live early and ahead of time versus pushing back the stream. So that way you guys could actually see kind of what goes into the setup as
Patience,
we are
patience,
prepping.
patience. For a second there, I thought my connection was lost and I was just talking to myself the whole
Nope,
time.
we hear you.
All
And
right,
for some of
solenoid
the
2 is pressed.
Yep. Perfect. Great.
And that concludes prop load, as people in the rocket industry would say. All right.
Looks good.
Oh dear. You know what I forgot to do?
What's that?
Oh boy. I have to take the laptop out again. I did not program the computer to extend the duration. If I were to trigger it right now, we would only get a couple of drops of blood. So I'm gonna have to get the laptop. Sorry, it's gonna be like 5 minutes. Here, I'll be right back.
That's okay. Oh, Josh. Okay, Josh Fox. More delays. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was the potential Charlie Kirk blood squib apparatus. Okay.
Hold on. Maybe we can do this, Kelly. I don't really want to open it if I don't have to. Can you make the you have the dock open. Can we make the laptop full screen? And like have
Yes.
like PTSD or something about putting the mouse in that part of the screen?
Yes. Okay, you want the laptop portion, like the
In StreamYard. Let me communicate
in
clearly. In
StreamYard. Yes.
StreamYard.
Okay, sure thing. Sure
Can we
thing.
make that full screen
Yep.
so that I can
There you
kind of
go.
see it? Can we go to QLab?
Okay.
So remember how we're probably still going to eventually do the stream members only where I teach you QLab?
Yeah, let me take this out of. Do I press the green to take it out of full screen? Yeah. This part.
I don't
This
think
part.
so.
QLab. It wasn't your desktop wasn't coming up for me. So
Okay.
okay, we're good now. QLab.
We're gonna do like a couple minutes of that right now. So we need to go into the hot queue. So please click the hot queue.
Okay.
And we're already in timeline mode. The problem we have now is the relay. You know what a relay is?
Can you go ahead and tell me what a relay is in this context, where it's running through?
The electronic switch that turns on the squib.
Got it.
That electronic switch controls both the squib and the blood pressure. So it controls the pendant gun and the blood pressure. Right
Okay.
now, it is commanded to turn on the air pressure or the CO2 pendant gun momentarily. So on, off, on, off, on, off. That's what it's programmed to do right now, which is what we want for the CO2 pendant gun. But they are hardwired together such that the blood pump will also be on, off, on, off, on, off. So we need to reprogram it such that the entire thing is on, off.
Okay.
When you look at the timeline, at the bottom half of that screen, what do you see?
This, you mean in this portion, the on off, on off?
Yeah, just observe, relax, just look at like what are you looking at?
The order of events.
Yes. And what is along the x-axis? What does that represent?
The time.
Yes. In what units?
Something quite pretty small. Half of a second.
Yes. Can you tell me about the individual little things in the center there that are at different positions?
The icons here.
Yeah.
Well, that involves that light, which I think was the actuator.
So it's like TX, it's pendant on, rifle
Yes.
off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So those are the triggers that turn
Okay.
those things on and off.
Yes.
What is the first off command that you
The
see
first
moving left to
off
right?
command would be pendant off.
Okay. So that, like I just told you, controls the CO2 pendant gun, but now also the blood pressure for the fake blood.
Okay.
So that off command now needs to go, let's go 5 seconds later than it is right now. Can you zoom out?
Sure. Let's see. I don't know how to zoom out on here.
Can you click it
Oh,
or
hold on.
I don't know.
Sorry. Clicked the. There we go.
Can you not just
I mean,
use
I
scroll
can just
wheel?
can I just drag it over
Can you not use
if
scroll
it's
wheel?
at three and a half right now? Oh, here we
Do you
go.
not have
Here now I
scroll wheel?
see. I see. Yep, now I see
There
it.
you go. Okay. So if it's at, I think it'll be at 2 seconds right now, so we would want to drag it to 7 seconds.
Okay, so three and a half. And where would you like for me to take it?
5 seconds later.
Okay.
I think you changed, it shouldn't look like that. No.
Okay. All right. I'll try to put it back where it was.
Can you escape? I don't know what you did.
I
Probably
didn't do,
because of
I
the
don't,
lag.
okay.
Oh boy.
Hold
Can
on.
you
Wait.
control Z?
I did
Can
control
you
Z. I
edit
just did
undo?
control. Yes, I just did control Z.
I don't know what you did. Can you just click on it so it's selected? And now just drag it. It shouldn't make it blue. There we go.
Okay.
Perfect.
So to 8.5. That'll be good enough.
Perfect. So that is which cue is that?
That was the pendant off.
Perfect. Now, you remember how the transmitter turns on 2 seconds later, everything happens, and then 2 seconds after that, for a total of 4 seconds, that's when the transmitter turns off?
Could you repeat that? It was a little muffled for me.
When does the transmitter turn off?
Oh, let's see right here. For maybe, yeah, like almost 5 seconds.
You know what?
4.86 maybe. I'm not
We
touching
actually
anything.
don't
Oh,
know.
4.7. 4.7. I see it. I see it up there in the queue under the hot queue.
Actually, that's my mistake. We actually don't need to mess with that because that's only for the rifle. So we actually don't need to mess with that. We only needed to mess with the one that you already fixed. So I think we should be good to go. You have successfully reprogrammed QLab, Kelly.
Oh my gosh. I was just about to tell the chat to pray for me.
I think we're done. So that just basically all you did was you just lengthened the amount of time that the blood pump will be on.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh. Okay.
So now we can go back into Blender and have PTSD about putting the mouse in the wrong spot.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay.
And
All
then we
right.
can go into the other one.
Let me
I don't
make
need to
it
show
a
you that
full
anymore.
screen. I'm going to make it the full screen.
What are you doing?
I
You
made
did
it
the
full
weird thing
screen.
again.
It's
You did the
okay.
weird
It's how
thing
I do
again.
it. It's how I
Okay.
do it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, can I put all of our screens back up
Yes.
regularly? Okay. Here we go.
I'm having PTSD flashbacks right now.
Why? I'm back in here. I just had to.
There we go. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Now we can tell everyone to go over to try and prove it. And okay,
Okay,
we can put this away.
friends. If you have not already joined us in the Try and Prove It stream on YouTube, we would ask that you do that now. If you're watching us on X, that's fine. You can stay put where you are. But I am going to be ending the stream on my end and on Jordan's end in the YouTube sections. So that way we hopefully, fingers crossed, don't risk it all. And we are about to begin. Yeah, I'll type that in the chat. Go to try and prove it for the live stream. All right. I am going to be closing Jordan's YouTube stream and my YouTube stream right now. And we will be continuing this seamlessly on Try and Prove It. It's already rolling.
Okay.
Okay, almost done.
Sorry.
That's okay.
What we're doing today is we are getting closer and closer to solving the case, maybe.
Okay. All right. And we've been informed, hurry, Baron is live. Well, you guys, look, okay,
He's not solving the case.
he's not solving the case. He's kicking the can. So down the road. So at least not for the first few minutes of his show. Okay. Come on.
What we're doing here is science. What we're doing here is finding out if we're right or not. What we're doing here is we're proving that or my theory at least, is a candidate explanation that actually can reproduce what we see on Charlie. In this
That's right.
courtroom, physics is the judge. It will tell us not whether our theory is what actually happened, but it will tell us if our theory could have happened. That's what we're doing here today. That's what I implore everyone else with a theory to do. Go into the courtroom of physics. Find out whether or not your explanation actually can explain the observables. That's what I'm doing here today. That's what Kelly's helping me do. And that's what's important, is closing out the case, finding out the answers to questions. What can we answer so that 100 years from now in 2125, is this case just another conspiracy theory that never took flight? Or was it solved? Did we prove it that something else happened? That's what we're trying to do here today. And I think you have to go out to fields like this one in order to actually solve the case and make forward progress. Because if you look at our progress on the case as a collective, 2 months after the shooting, where were we then? What did we know? What questions were we asking? Compare that to today. Where have we gone? What have we learned? Not a whole lot. But this is how we change that. That's my speech.
Okay, they're ready for you, Jordan. Ready to rock and roll and make this happen.
All right. I'm ready for the count.
Okay. Whew. It's
Oh,
exciting.
let me say this real fast. I don't think I've explained this. This software that we're using is quite
Okay.
a bit different from the software we were using last time. I did a live stream this past week where I actually built the software. I didn't build Blender. I have contributed to Blender, but I didn't build Blender. It's an add-on to an add-on. It's actually my Alva Sorcerer software, which is theatrical lighting software. But I built this on top of it because it already has a foundation in OSC and debugging and all this stuff. But this is custom software that I wrote without any AI support whatsoever, unlike some other people. John Prey. But anyway, this software was custom built for Kelly in order to make her job so much easier compared to last week where I had to add all these different things to her
Yep.
workload that caused some issues. Hopefully it will be much smoother. We did do some rehearsals earlier today. Thank you, Kelly, for doing that. That was so great. But we have a UI that is custom designed for this task. So I think it'll go much smoother than it did last time.
Perfect. Okay. Are we ready? I
I'm
think the
ready for the
chat
count.
is ready.
Oh,
Okay.
hold on. I forgot. Go scroll up.
Okay.
More.
More.
We have a go, no go poll. Can you read that?
Oh, yeah. Okay. What is that? Go, no go poll. What is this?
Yeah. Just read the top line there.
Okay. Oh,
And
all
then when
stations.
I say go, when I
Mhm.
say this is go, then you click the red thing.
Then I click the red. Okay. Wait, hold on. Say that again.
Just say the line at the top.
Yeah. All stations Houston. Go, no go. Poll for count start. Beginning with sniper.
Snipers go. And then you
You
click
want me to
sniper.
click? Okay. Van.
Fan is go.
Cutters.
Cutters are in position, go.
Blood pump.
Blood pump is go.
Come on. There we go. Kirk.
Kirk is go.
Harpole.
Harpole's go.
Do not start count.
Well, you have to click that one.
Okay. Go for count start. Oh, it said go for count start. Kirk Houston, you have permission to load blood. Over.
Houston Field, blood is loaded. Please proceed with count start. Over.
Okay. Go. Field Houston, control is disarmed. Press the clicker. Over.
Are we in the count?
We are.
We need to go for we're still in a hold.
Oh, I have to press the recycle. Sorry. Got a little excited with that new addition there.
There we go. All right.
Field Houston, control is disarmed. Press the clicker. Over.
Houston Field, clicker is pressed. Over.
Field Houston, copy. Clicker is go. Over.
And it did work, right?
I think so.
You saw the message at the bottom?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Did it not show up?
I don't know, did it? You were supposed to make sure.
Okay.
Is it working?
Yes, it is. I see
Perfect. Now I throw hats and just give me like T minus 4 minutes, T minus 3 minutes
it.
until
Yep,
you want to go.
yeah, we're at 4. We're at T minus 4 minutes right now. Jordan is pulling a Charlie. He is throwing some hats, showing you guys he can move around. He can hang out. He can celebrate.
My mobility is restricted by a little bit because I didn't do the best job applying the stuff today, but I can still get around. I'm not going to run in it right now, I don't think, because the pump is quite a monstrosity right now. But
And
that'll
I'll
improve.
tell you what, Debbie Smith, nope, I never thought I would be part of systems control in my entire life. I can assure you that.
But you live in Houston.
I do live in Houston, so I'm just a hop, skip, and a jump away. I've done plenty of stories about air traffic control in my life. I've friends at NASA, but never thought I would be mission control like that, like this. Okay, we're coming in on 2:40. We've got a little time left, folks.
What is the wheel saying we should be doing right now?
It's right in between position B and receiver test.
So what would be happening right now? Let's do the receiver test once it gets to receiver test. I don't know if the audience can see it because it's so small.
Yep, it's right there at the very bottom of the screen, you guys, if you're able to see that.
It's just like what SpaceX does with their little spinny wheel at the bottom. But
Okay.
what would be happening right now is we would have comms right now, which would be telling the sniper to get into position. That's what would be happening right now. And if we had a hold, it would probably be because the sniper's access to the roof was restricted by bystanders.
Okay. Field Houston, confirm kill switch in off position. Over.
Houston Field, my position is in off or disarmed position. Over.
I'll be testing the link.
Can you do that again?
Sure. Testing link again.
Houston Field, successful test, ready to go. Over.
Okay. Response received, proceeding with count. Over. T minus 1 minute. Field Houston, you have permission to set kill switch to the on position. Over.
Houston Field, copy. I'm setting my position to armed. Houston Field, my position is set to armed. Over.
Field Houston, copy. System is now set to armed. Over.
Houston Field, saying back. I understand your position is set to armed. Over.
There we go. T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Start sequence. 1.
Do I still have you?
How are you over there?
Doing pretty good.
Looked activation, nominal overpressure. I think that's what we call a success.
I think so. Let me show you how much blood is in the grass. Just for fun. I don't think I had nearly as much blood as Charlie did. It's not the right color, but this is really interesting. Once I get more blood, it'll be even more interesting. But I fell. Where is it? See, it's such little blood that I can't even find it again right now. But there was some blood in the grass. And I want to show it to you if I can find it. Yeah, there's barely any blood at all. So I would say that's consistent with what we saw at UVU. It's not like a giant puddle of blood. And I can still, but it did come out, right? Like it, I mean, it clearly did. But just how
Yes.
much? I don't know.
And everyone have no
Did it look
fear. There
good?
will be a slow replay in a little while. Jordan is great about being able to turn that around. What's that, Jordan?
What does Braden think?
Did
I do a good job?
He's at he's eating with his dad. So I am sure he's going to love it. He's gonna love it.
I found the blood. That's like all the blood, basically. So next test, I should have more blood. I'll get a stronger pump.
Well, you know, they'd need to bring in folks the next day too. They couldn't just hose it down. They'd need to bring in folks to dig up all the grass, right?
Yeah, you need to rip it all out of there for that much blood. But that's like one of the things that's really good to test. Find out if it's a fake wound with a squib. Like, would it look like a lot of blood in the grass? No. Does it look like a lot of blood in the grass? No. Okay. So. Do we have the script for successful in case we have newcomers?
Yes.
So they know what we just achieved?
Yep. Okay. And you're going to begin packing up?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go full screen then.
Perfect. I remembered my Rode microphone this time. Forgot one.
Very nice.
I'll shut up. Sorry.
I thought I saw that. Okay. Let's
go ahead and mute me if I have wind.
Okay, will do. I think you're okay for now. Okay. Well, as you can see here, it appears that we did successfully activate the CO2 pendant gun. This means that we have proven that it is possible to replicate the shirt behavior on Charlie Kirk, and that for it to have been caused by a device potentially associated with a Hollywood squib on the day of September 10th. We took our demonstration from a controlled studio environment out into a remote field in the middle of nowhere in Delaware, and it worked. This proves that the technology can be concealed. As you saw, Jordan running around, throwing hats, coming up close to the camera, that it is durable and that it can actually do what we say that it can do. And to Jordan's credit, he put it all on himself. While we still have so much more work to do, this is a massive leap forward for the hypothesis. And we will continue testing. Jordan will be headed back to the studio shortly, and he will be answering questions. We look forward to being able to discuss this further with you all. Now, let's see here. Is there anything else, Jordan, that you want to add? In the meantime, we can hear you pretty well right now.
Yeah, I think we should have one more test in this field. I want to get another solenoid for the back of the shirt to cut the rear prosthetic.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to increase blood flow as well. And I want to improve comfort of this because it's like really obnoxious to wear, kind of painful. That's what I want to do next week. So improve blood flow, improve the ergonomics, and get that third solenoid on board. That will be effectively all observations of Charlie Kirk successfully reproduced, except for the actual rifle shot. And then, so it'll be one more test here, and then we might be able to come up with some plans after that, maybe in a different state. But I think we have one more test here to get that third solenoid and better blood flow. So it's not just an endless test after test after test. Like we're seeing the end of the tunnel here.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And just a quick reminder for those who are just now joining us, if you were able to see that test, it was another successful test conducted by Jordan out remotely in a field in Delaware. I'm going to turn your mic off, Jordan, right now.
Okay.
I am mission control in Houston, Texas. And so we've yet again proven that this can be controlled remotely. And we are doing this on a shoestring budget of sorts. So I want to share with you Jordan's GoFundMe page where you can help to contribute to the cause. And he has done incredible research, has put in so many hours, probably blood, sweat, and tears, dare I say. And his work truly is paying off. And I just want to say as well how important it is to be able to, as this trial continues to progress, the case continues to progress, that I, at least speaking for myself, but I believe Jordan feels this way too, it's very important to be able to show that a reasonable doubt that Tyler Robinson, didn't do it, that he was not the person responsible for shooting Charlie Kirk with a 30-06. And so there's a lot of value in the tests that are being done here beyond just, this is not just playtime. This is not just fun and games. There's, there are lives at stake. And so we've been working for the last several months. Jordan began his journey down this path, I believe in mid to late December, and has really been self-taught, with the exception of taking a couple of online classes to learn a little bit more about Hollywood special effects. While he is packing up and heading back to his car, Jordan, I turned your camera your mic back on.
Okay.
In case there's anything else that you want to weigh in on,
and
any thoughts that you had.
The guy who taught the online classes that I took, they weren't like at a college. It wasn't like I was actually talking to him, just like videos recorded. But the guy who taught that class was the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mike McCash, who a lot of people think was the one who actually did this.
So props to you for going, essentially straight to the source and having a hypothesis and wanting to see if you could do enough research to figure it out yourself. Very cool.
Yeah, we need to solve the case. Less words, more action, more tests, more demonstrations. Like, could this theory actually be true? How do we test it? How do we prove it? That's what we need to do more of.
Yep.
All right, I'm leaving the field now. I'm now hiking.
Okay.
Oh, that's my laptop going off. That's the video. All right.
Okay.
I think that's the timer on Blender. Can you put that on a hold?
Let's see. No, I'm not connected
Blender
anymore.
doesn't have a way. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Let's have a periodic timer.
So get
Oh,
crunked
man.
and listen, Jordan, if you're able to hear me, and I'm going to star this for you to get into it later if you can't. But said Jordan, look at the parts sold at Swaglock, Southwest, next to the TP USA headquarters. They sell fitting hoses and fluid systems.
Well, I mean, I have a pretty good store right by my house called Home Depot. I mean, if this specialty store has something different, like what I need is extremely flexible tubes that are super tiny that could be mistaken for a necklace. I don't have those yet. I'm using oxygen tubing right now. And it sort of kind of works, like hopefully you saw today, but it's not the
Mhm.
best. So that's what I need is like really tiny flexible tubes. But I can get
Yeah.
most of this stuff from Home Depot.
There was also a comment from Get Crunk saying, why use fake blood? I would have used my own blood. And I think that's something that you have also hypothesized, Jordan, is how that would be very much possible.
Yes,
Just doing some blood draws in advance.
yes. I think that's what they did for Charlie because you want to keep as few people in on it as possible, which means you want the FBI agents or whoever, police officers or whatever, cleaning up the blood, maybe taking samples to find blood from Charlie. Not to find pig blood, not to find Hollywood blood, but to find real blood that will leave no questions asked. And I think that's also why it came out so thick, is because it coagulated in the heat. And I think that might also be why the rear squib failed, because it coagulated. And I think that's why you have the white Carhartt Force Sun Defender shirt on to keep it even more cool, and under the prosthetic as well on the belly, which I sort of demonstrated here today. And I'm quite confident that if I were to be carried the way Charlie was, and if this blood bladder were to slide around a little bit, perhaps under a belly prosthetic, you would get a very similar jiggle. But I forget what the question was, but hopefully that answered it, or the statement, whatever it
No,
was.
that was great. That was great. It was just why would one use fake blood when they could potentially use their own? So,
Yeah, I
and
agree.
I think if you are able also to, and it might be better for you to demonstrate this once you get back to the office, but I think speaking to the rear squib concept would be helpful as well, just because we have done a little more looking at, the puffs of the shirt, both in the front side, but also in the back. And you were saying
Yes,
that,
I believe
the
that. I'm
back
not
one
sure
didn't
what
work.
exactly you were asking, but I believe
Mm-hmm.
yes. I must be breaking up. I believe the back of the shirt behavior came first and was clearly distinct from the rest of it. They wanted an exit wound because it was supposed to be a 30-06 weapon. 30-06 weapon is going to have an exit wound, so you want to plan for that. You want to show that with a rear squib, because of course you would. Don't want conspiracy theorists walking on to no exit wound. So that's why the air puffs out, but no blood comes. I think perhaps because the blood coagulated and thickened, and perhaps it clogged one of the valves or something. I'm not sure. Or maybe it failed to prime or something. I don't know. But that's what I think.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Fun facts time said if they faked it, they could and use his blood. Why pave over it?
Well, we were talking about that earlier, Kelly. You have your opinions on it. My opinion is I understand why they would have done it, but what I don't understand is why they released the crimes. I understand why the college would do it once it was released back to them, but I don't understand why it was released back to them so swiftly.
Yeah. I mean, well, I think if it was a real crime and they really intended on truly investigating, then I would think that it shouldn't have been released back over so quickly, and someone should have thought, hey, we probably should like leave this be for a minute.
Yeah.
But
And like you were saying, apparently it's, I don't know if you looked it up later, but you were saying that it was most of the students at that campus were
our commuters,
commuters.
yeah, it's yes,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a predominantly commuter college, is my understanding. I can look back up to see the official percentage, but even though it is considered to be Utah's largest, it is also very much a commuter college. And so it's not like there's a bunch of kids that are living on campus, or students, we'll say.
And in a post-COVID world, uh, there are systems in place for not having to have the kids return, not the kids, but the students and faculty return to the campus. Like we have the systems in place now where if the college has to close for like a couple weeks,
Mm-hmm.
no big deal. It was only
Yep.
closed for like a couple days.
Yep. Yeah. Even when you look at the traffic around the time of the incident, and you think about how this figure on the roof was able to jump off, how is there not a single person who we've heard of, who was a witness to that? What are the chances if this was a super
Someone,
busy campus?
somebody DM'd me about a photo or a screenshot or screen grab something of two quote unquote black figures, shadowy figures. He DM'd that to me, and then shortly afterward, I think you posted it, so he must have DM'd it to you as well. But allegedly, people standing around that area acting shady. I don't think they were, but I thought I'd mentioned it. Right? I
So
thought I would mention it.
that screenshot is taken from the Life is Driving video. Actually before the Big Bang, if you want to call it that, before the sound. And it's when Adam, who, for those who don't know, the guy who he shot basically an hour long, like raw video that he uploaded to YouTube. He was walking around, just so happened to really capture a lot of the oddities that became kind of important after the incident. And in a very quick shot, as he's panning from like looking at the courtyard to him saying, okay, I think I'm going to go over from this side to go talk to the protesters on the other side of the courtyard. He sort of pans, and if you just stop the video at the right spot, you can see these two dark clothed figures who look like they're going into the Lucy Center. That was the way I took it.
Oh boy, I have to break into my car now. Oh boy.
Oh no. Are your keys inside? Okay.
Yeah.
You want me to
So I'm going to be delayed.
take you off of the
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm going to be delayed because I have to break into my sunroof here. Luckily, I do have a sunroof where I can do that, but I'm going to have to do that.
Okay.
Oh boy. More ADHD attacks for me.
Yep, I hear you. Dub Wilkinson 1341 said the FBI roof video is CGI. The image running across the roof does not cast a shadow, I think, above objects such as a person would cast a shadow. Look, I have wondered if that could have potentially been something CGI, something altered. And actually, Jordan and I, on this last Thursday night, did a stream where I attempted to make the case for this UVU deepfake media program that the university has, and the potential of them being able to alter videos or create videos to push a certain narrative, because UVU has literally done that in the past. We showed the documented evidence of that. And it is a known intelligence school. So I don't know for sure that that's what happened, but I'm just sharing a bit of extra information on your subject. I'm going to mute you for a minute, Jordan.
I guess you have to do up there, yeah.
Poor thing. Okay. Let's see. Also, if you view frame by frame, you will see how distorted the image is. So I do know that Dub Wilkinson, if you could send me a DM on X, my handle there is Kelly Rabon, KELIRABON. And I'd love to get to talk to you a little bit more about this. I do know someone who has done a little closer look there. And so we may be able to put our heads together and, get to the bottom of that. It sounds like you know just enough to raise some questions and they know just enough to maybe be able to help. So let's get together. That's some strong ADHD tax for sure. I know without my medication, I'm cooked. I make sure I always have my stuff. I check like 5 times. Well, Watkins, you are you're very responsible. I admire you for that because the ADHD tax is real, and I feel so bad for Jordan. I mean, he's trying to juggle so much, so many moving parts. So many moving parts. Okay, yeah, that sounds great. My email address as well. I will drop it in the chat. And then I will also put our try and prove it. So mine is Kelly at kellyraybon.com. We also have try and prove it at gmail.com. I think those would be the 2 best options. Oh, sorry, they ran together. I apologize. But hopefully you'll be able to see that. And then, yeah, we could talk on Google or Teams and just try to put our heads together. Oh, wow. That's great. Thank you so much, Spanky, for doing that. I screenshot Jordan and you can see the hole in his neck slightly. I posted it on his X. Also, I think I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. So in case Jordan is in a panic, I need to make sure that I've got it available. Make sure he's okay. Thank you, Ruth. Done a fantastic job. You deserve a glass of something. Yep. I think frame by frame is going to be interesting for sure. I could only go 0.25. Well, I am excited to get to see the video. I really wish that I could have, we struggle with trying to decide the best way to display what we're doing here. And we want everyone to be able to see so many different things. You want to be able to see Jordan. You want to be able to see, or he wants you for sure to be able to see the program. So you guys can see kind of the behind the scenes part. We want you to be able to see the rifle, or what's subbed currently for the rifle, that silver piece. And then, for me, that way I'm not just the random voice lingering out somewhere. So I guess you get to see me a little bit. Let's see. I think Jordan may be coming back. Hey, Jordan. Are you there? Maybe, kind of. Okay, Jordan, if you are there, we don't hear you just yet.
Hello.
Hey, now I do.
I am
Hear ya.
completely calm. I'm now driving. I got back into my car. The sunroof
Wow.
is broken. So
The
it's a
sunroof is
built-in feature right
broken.
now. Yeah. So that means I can just open it from the outside and get back in.
Uh-oh.
But it's been broken since I had it, so it's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
So I'm back in. I'm driving.
Good deal.
I'm taking a different route this time, so I might be able to stay online.
Okay.
But I'll be back soon.
Awesome. Yeah, don't worry,
So
Get Crunk.
someone
We'll
had
probably
how
kick
good
you
did
out of the live. What was that, Jordan?
how good did the blood look?
I think it looked really good. I had another screen up at the time while I had the mission control screen up. And so it was blocking a little bit of the screen, but from what I could tell, it looked really good. What do you guys in the chat think? Okay, Fun Facts Time says I saw nothing.
I hope you saw something.
I mean, at the time, there were a lot of really, Ruth says looked great. There were a lot of folks who in the moment were very impressed.
I know it got on my shirt for sure. I didn't get as much as I would like, but it was definitely on my shirt. And it didn't empty the whole bladder, so the flow was definitely low, or the flow rate was. So I just need to get a better pump next time. And I got a better pump too, but when I was working on it, when I was putting the fitting on, I actually cracked the plastic. That one would have worked better, but it broke. So I had to use the smaller one that I got. So that kind of sucked.
Fun Facts Time said I saw a hose flying up.
Yes.
Yep.
That's why I need a thinner one, thinner than even the oxygen tubing that I'm using now, so that it looks even more like the necklace and less like a hose, because I want it to look like a necklace.
Right. Which, regarding the oxygen tubing, wasn't that a suggestion that came from one of the streams? Do you recall? Or you might.
Yes, it was.
You might. Okay. I didn't know if you could still hear me. Yeah, I was thinking that I wish I could recall off the top of my head who had suggested it in one of the streams, but I was thinking I remembered a viewer discussing the oxygen tubing. This is a bit of a side note, but 1212 Chewbacca said, Kelly, have you seen the pic of the outside of the SUV really scratched and gouged down to the silver layers? Looks like it could match the black and silver specks inside. That's very interesting. I have not seen that. I'd love to see that. If you have those, please feel free. Please send my way via email or on X. I wish that YouTube had a better messaging system, but unfortunately, that's what we have to work with right now. So if you could send that to me, Kelly Raybon, KELIRABON, or Kelly at kellyraybon.com, or you can send it to tryandproveit@gmail.com. That would be really helpful. And for anyone who is listening, one of the things I personally am still looking for would be the license plate or any information about the VIN of that vehicle. I personally have not seen those or cannot track those down, and I'd love to have a closer look at that.
Am I coming through?
Yes, you are.
Yes, no.
Whack Abstract said you
Yeah,
can see it
I was
on.
trying to say, but I think
Oh, yes, go ahead.
I think we have a lot of lag here. What I was trying to say earlier was yes, it was a YouTube comment or chat comment that suggested the oxygen tubing, or the oxygen tubing. Let me pronounce that right.
Awesome. Let's see. I also think, bear in mind, Dan Flood controlled the fall. I don't remember exactly what timing that is.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, he did control the fall.
Yankee Wee said, I suggested a catheter used in reverse.
Okay. Never handled one before, but I'll check it out.
These are the times when we wish we could see Jordan and his expressions. I know he'd have a good one. There is, thank you, Watkins. Okay. Yeah. There is blood on the Freedom shirt on 0.25 because Jordan falls forward. It's hard to tell if the blood would delay or go and be much more obvious. Spanky the Spider Monkey said you can barely see it. You can only see the hole in a short frame. Ruth.
Well, that's all right. We'll get it better next time.
Yeah. I mean, you guys, like, we're amateurs and just trying to do this on a shoestring budget. Don't have $100 million, at the disposal. So
Don't need $100 million. I just need like $1,000.
$1,000.
Just like not money at all.
Yeah. And Ruth said, I think people should remember that this was probably planned a year or so ago. What has been achieved here is amazing.
Yeah, so the person who designed this either had many months to design it, they had already designed it for a completely different use, or they did not have ADHD. I did take that.
Okay, let's...
Don't go. And then another thing is, I'm sure, well, probably not, but I would not be surprised if the one dude who's kind of been making fun of us watches this stream, might be watching now, I don't know, and he sees this much blood coming out, this much, and he makes a video about it.
Right.
And then I see his video or his live stream, whatever, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get a better pump. I'm going to fix the timing. I already have my new relays so they can be sequenced differentially. And I'm going to make another a funny video about him. I would love it if he did that.
Mm-hmm.
After I do a test with like the whole blood bladder basically coming up there.
It'd be great to see him do a test of anything, but that's enough about that one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Hey, buddy. They also have, Get Crunk said, they also have defense contractor companies like Lockheed in the palm of their hands. Oh my gosh, this is funny. Yankee Wee said Fort Kalichuka was behind today's event. Fort Kalichuka.
I mean, I'm sure Lockheed would have a much better, much smaller solenoid and a much better, much smaller pump. And that would make the disguisability so much easier if I just had a smaller pump and smaller solenoid.
Yeah. Question from Tilted Corgi. If Tyler didn't do it, why is he okay with facing the punishment? I mean, who said that he was okay with facing punishment? And who said that he really is facing any really going to face any punishment?
Or perhaps he is there actually on a completely different charge. That's not being
Right.
charged, but maybe an even worse sounding crime that maybe he was caught
In lieu
and
of,
he doesn't mind going. He would rather go to prison as the guy who killed Charlie Kirk than as the guy who did what he might have done, because the people who do the things he might have done, they get killed in prison. So maybe that's what happened.
Yep.
Not confirmed, but that's something Jesse and Fire talks about.
Yep. I think it's a viable possibility, something to consider. And also, we don't know if he could be a willing or an unwilling patsy.
And we don't even know, this is interesting, we don't even know if it was supposed to be Lance. Maybe Lance did do something sketchy. Because what evidence do we have that Tyler did it? Well, he turned himself in the way an innocent person would, and maybe a guilty person, but he turned himself in the way an innocent person would. And what else do we have? We have DNA, but they also have DNA of other people, and anyone could have put DNA on that. Okay. Then we have, as James would say, or as you guys would say, 4.5 confessions. But when you look at those confessions, they're all hearsay of hearsay, or they are photos of a text message or a Discord of a Discord chat message that could have been falsified. Why would you falsify it? Maybe because you were the one who actually did it and you wanted to frame your buddy, or maybe that and you won $1 million because there's a $1 million bounty. So did the police do their due diligence in ensuring that the reason they were getting these confessions, these electronic confessions, was not because someone wanted a $1 million bounty, but in fact was because it was authentic? Well, did you secure the phone? No, doesn't seem like it. Did you take an electronic snapshot of the phone? No, doesn't seem like it. The only thing reported, the only thing documented was a photo of the phone screen or of the computer screen. Is that rigorous? No. Anybody could have done that. He could have changed the contact card to whatever he wanted. He could have taken a burner phone and done whatever he wanted. Or he could have taken Tyler's phone and done whatever he wanted. You would have to at least look at the GPS data for the phone. Have they done that? Do we have any GPS data for this case? Not that I've seen. That seems kind of odd. That's usually a staple of these investigations. But I haven't. Have you seen it, Kelly?
No, nor have I heard about it, but I don't know if that means it exists or it doesn't exist.
Yeah. So like that's one of the first things I'm used to hearing about is the GPS data. We track them from here to here to here to here to here with the cell phone tower pings, GPS, whatever. None of that. Why is this guy tailgating? I'm pulling a Blake here, driving while streaming, but at least I don't have the camera on.
Right.
I'm just talking on the phone, basically.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's like no evidence that conclusively says it's Tyler and not Lance. There's some evidence, like apparently they knew what was etched onto the casings, apparently, but that doesn't differentiate between Lance and Tyler. There are cats up in the street.
Since Kelly is acting as mission control, maybe she should also fly drones and Egyptian jets remotely for the next test.
All right, I'm home.
The chat thinks I'm capable of flying drones and Egyptian jets for the next test.
Good.
What say you, Jordan? Jordan would
Meow.
say absolutely not.
You speaking? Is there a cat up there? Because of the power line? Is everything okay? Is everything working?
Yeah, everything's okay. It's working.
Have a nice day.
Get Kronk, you're right. Braden might be capable of it. I'm not sure if I am, but Braden might be capable of it. He's out there on his VR, no telling what he's flying or doing.
Well,
right
what?
now. Oh, they were saying, so the chat was saying that maybe next time I should also be responsible for flying some drones and coordinating with the Egyptian jets. And I said, oh, I don't know. Jordan's going to give a hard pass on that one.
What I was thinking was, what if you wanted to be mission control and you were the host?
Yeah.
Wonder if he would want to do that, or if he would have permission to do that. So he's only reading the scripted lines. We can maybe
I
talk
think
about that. But I'm home.
I think you'd be
I'm gonna read
into
the
it.
link.
Okay.
I'll read.
Debbie, yes, I say, and I've said all along, I believe Tyler didn't confess to his parents, that he confided in his parents. Then came the sheriff, and he says, we better get him into the jail right now. I think that could be that's a viable option. That's a viable option. It's just so strange that, you know, the video doesn't exist of him going into the police station initially. Why would that not be? Why would they not want to hang on to that video? I don't care if your system generally deletes in 30 days. You know that this guy turned himself in allegedly at your jail, like why, or at your police station. Why would you not? Oh, we saw you for a second there, Jordan, but only for a quick second. Hey, okay, now we don't hear you yet. No audio from you. Oh my gosh, Jordan, you look like you went through the ringer.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, we hear you. Oh,
where did that come from?
Oh, that might have been on my, oh, sorry. I had that in earlier, but I thought that was for me. I didn't know that it was for the try and prove it thing. I must be because I'm logged in
for everybody.
try and prove it thing. I'm sorry. Okay.
No, I was just like, why? I didn't even know you could change that. Anyway.
I didn't either. I just learned it last week. I'm learning all kinds of things.
All right, let's do I need to empty this thing. I'm going to empty this thing real fast. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Because it's still leaking all over me.
Well, we hear ya, so that's good. Jordan looks like he's been through the ringer, you guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. We hope that you are able to, whether you're live at this point or you're going back and scrolling through. Oh gosh, this is funny. Out of context, that image of Jordan would be super scary. Yes, absolutely. But thank you all so much for being here. We really appreciate it. And we are just trying to work through this one day at a time. Kind of one weekend at a time, even though it requires a lot more work than just an afternoon on the weekend. I'll see Jordan in Valhalla. It was mighty interesting that Cash was left out, apparently, of that note of the manifesto from last night's incident. In case you have not read through that manifesto yet, I do have it on my X. I think it was the last thing that I've posted at Kelly Raybon. It's the text, and it was pulled from the New York Post. But it's quite long. It was over 1,000 words. But he'd made sure to specifically exclude Cash on that one. But the rest of the cabinet, they were fair game, I guess. Thank you, Tracy, for sending that YouTube. I really appreciate that. I will be on the lookout for it.
Now it might kick the YouTube.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, again, YouTube, we will just remind you that we are doing research. This is all purely reenactment and experimental. Jordan. I'll try to distract in the meantime. This manifesto is pretty detailed. It talks about why he felt that he couldn't just sit by and not do something about it, that it wasn't that he's what he wanted to do. It's just that he felt that he was being complicit if he wasn't. He kind of talks about how easy it was for him to get in there. And
Wait, what? What
this
manifesto?
manifesto from the guy last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like 1,000-word letter that he'd written.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I have it on my X. The New York Post published it the midday today, or this morning-ish. Midday today, I guess.
So he wanted to do it because
he had, I mean, it was a lot of he a lot of political reasons, but basically he just, he didn't agree with the allowing PDFs to run our country and for everyone to sit around and be complicit by looking the other way. But for some reason, he was excluding Cash from his potential targets.
Who was he targeting?
The cabinet.
Huh.
Like Trump and any of the cabinet.
Did he expect to get through?
Mm-hmm. He was going to give it his best shot. Literally. Mr. Turpin. I mean, it seemed well written. The guy seems super smart. Like I saw no. It was very interesting. And yeah, I also saw a video just a little while ago from ABC 7. I want to say, I think it was LA. But anyway, from a California TV station of the guy at a conference, and he just so happened to have been interviewed, speaking about this like nursing kind of, I mean, it wasn't a nursing home product, but it was like a wheelchair device that he had kind of engineered. And anyway, it was just, it's just interesting to see the guy speaking, tell he's intelligent and he's seems pleasant enough. Like,
So he did have a firearm.
oh goodness. Yeah, he did. Let's see. Okay. Blake just posted a video on his, I don't know, MC5661. Blake just posted a video on his X page of the test. Can we get a reaction from you both? I mean, I don't know. This is like our stream, but you can do whatever you want to do, Jordan.
I can check that out later, but I'm not inclined to do that now.
Yeah.
So we'd have to do the replay still.
Yep.
If I can get this stuff off me, so I can be at least a little bit more comfortable.
Here, let me put this.
Can we pull up the replay?
Some comments. Yes. How would I go about doing that?
Just on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, this one is not very comfortable at all.
Yeah, Reginator, I said it. I called it last night, like right off the bat. While I'm pulling this up, I will kind of recap that. I just had a feeling instantly. I said, my gosh, he is going to make this about the ballroom. This is going to be the prime opportunity for ballroom. And sure enough, it was like as soon as he started talking, within the first like 2 minutes, I think he drops the ballroom comments and the chat went wild.
So how did we like the format tonight? Where we have the behind the scenes to start off with, and then we go into the count. We had a really good count today. The rehearsal paid off, and the software paid off.
It did. Folks, do y'all want to weigh in on how you liked today's stream format? Do you want to see the behind the scenes at the beginning, or would you rather us just start the stream going straight into the testing? Even if that means we have to, push it back a little bit here and there. Ruth says the format was most satisfying. Well done. Originator says we are here for all of it. Whack Abstracts says behind the scenes, it's interesting to me. Simonson says your call, much love, keep it 100. Spanky the Spider Monkey says it's better for you guys to have as long a stream as you can. You need to make money in order to complete this task. Well, technically, the Try and Prove It channel is not monetized yet. So, we need your help in spreading the word and getting us up there so we can start, because every little bit will help.
I think we're not too far off from.
Yeah, we shouldn't be too far, but we're here to watch your content, whatever it is.
But
seeing the setup is important too, because it lets naysayers see the proof eventually. Isaac Gold says. Thank you.
Yeah, I had some Twitter battles this morning I was not very happy about. A lot of naysayers.
All right, I am almost ready. Okay. I will share my screen now. Deb Wilkinson, 1341, said, just found your channel today and enjoyed the live. Well done. Well, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for experiencing this with us. It's what it's all about. So please make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications. It's the little bell on the side. Make sure you turn them on to all. And trust me, we don't spam you with a whole bunch of different things, just the essentials. Okay. Thank you very much. All subbed up. Okay, now I'm going to, if you'd like, I can go ahead and put the replay on.
Yeah, let's see it.
Okay, here we go, Jordan.
Oh, this is the wrong one.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
wearing
you're
gold.
right. I'm not
thought
wearing,
it
I'm
was.
wearing something different. Oh, man, I thought I had the right thing on. Oh,
It's still live.
okay, this is Field Test 5 live. Okay, good. Sorry, live. Oh, yep, there we go.
Yeah, it was sunnier
well,
today.
at least now I should be almost ready. Got a minute there and 20 seconds. Okay, this should be good.
Much sunnier today.
Yes, much sunnier today. Okay, here we go.
And much clearer image too.
Very, very clear. Nice clear. There we go. T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Start sequence. 1.
Yeah, the blood kind of sucked.
So it was
Better
hard to see the
pump
blood,
and-
but it was it was very expressive with the explosion.
Yeah. Here we go. Check this out.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let me get back into the.
This is all the shit that I'm wearing for
Oh my
that.
god.
Do you have your sound effect?
Yes. Here we go. Hold on. Hold on, Braggy. That's what he's wearing right now. There's the sound effect.
Oh,
Right on
he was
cue.
there too.
No, he was just running in. You're good, Bragg.
All right. Now, let's do the slow-mo, shall we? Let's do the slow-mo. All right. Minimize that and close that out. Save. File, new project. I'm in PowerPoint still. Resolve file. project manager, new project, instant replay, kind of. And into here, perfect. I'm gonna go into there and pull up YouTube here, new window, YouTube, make that full screen, and go into here and go into OBS and this screen, this one, properties, it's gonna be this one, I think. Yeah. And make this full screen and make this big. No, but I didn't want to do that. Yes. Get rid of that. Yes. And add source. Dead air. Hold on. Comments. What do we have? We need.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I thought you were about to pull it up, so I wasn't trying to.
No, I still have to wait.
Okay. Yeah, I can chit chat with folks. So let's see. Here we go. There we go. Isaac Gold said the tube, especially if it were thinner, like he said, would look just like what we saw in the Charlie video. It'll look like the necklace. Perfect experiment. Spanky the monkey, spider monkey said, Kelly, your son may look like your ex-husband now, but there's a good chance he could look exactly like you when he's older. I've seen it happen. It's crazy. So my younger one that you just saw, Brock, yeah, he's more of the hybrid, but Braden, who, if you saw my live yesterday, he is my mini me. Everybody was like, oh my gosh, you guys look just alike. So it works that way, I guess.
All right, I'm screen recording it now so we can have instant replay.
Cool.
This guy's talking about the electric charge test or something.
Yes.
I'd asked him to email me instructions on how to reproduce whatever it is he think happened. But he kept talking about sending me parts, and I don't necessarily need parts. I want to know what he thinks happened. And maybe I'll check that email here shortly. I think he said he emailed, I guess, us. All right, here we go. I'm going to screen share now. Let's go into this one. What is this? This is your screen. Okay, I'm going to present mine. Share screen, entire screen. This one, share without audio. And I'm going to remove yours. Move, add to stage. Okay, let's do. You can definitely see the thing, so it's obviously not a prosthetic. That's a lot of gas.
Whoa.
Wow.
I didn't notice all of that.
And something happened to the shirt. Wow. That's not where it was supposed to go. It went the wrong way. I'll have to fix that later. Not really the best test. We still don't have any blood coming out. Still no blood. So the blood is late. Very late. Still no blood. Now we're starting to get some blood. And that hose is way too thick. I'll have to try a catheter. So we have like a little bit of blood, but not a lot. So that's okay. That's why we have multiple tests. It's a testing campaign. It's not just one test. So yeah, that was a pretty not great test as far as like the specifics are. Because the pendant shot the wrong way. I can fix that easy. We had way too much vapor. Way too much vapor.
So what causes that?
Condensation. But check out this frame though. Check that out.
Oh, that's interesting.
Does that not look like it's coming
Yeah.
from the microphone?
Uh-huh.
It looks like it's coming from the microphone. And it almost looks like that cavitation frame.
Wow. Yeah.
Would you ever guess that that was originating under the D for Freedom? Just that one
That's
frame?
wild. No, that's crazy.
And you would almost say that looks like almost a flotation device, right?
Mm-hmm. Here, let's see. I'm putting you full screen now. Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Uh-huh.
That looks like the cavitation frame.
That's
Am I
pretty
crazy here?
strong. Yeah. No. I mean, I see it. That's pretty strong.
That is the cavitation frame. My head didn't go down as fast as it should have. But if you were to see this, what would you think happened? If you
Right,
were to see
exactly.
this with no context, what just happened there?
And to not be expecting it. To not be, yeah.
Like
You
what on
would think
earth?
you got shot.
Yeah.
With the exception of seeing, especially if the hose was thinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got shot. Where was my voice coming from? It was from this. I just got shot. Or something exploded under my shirt. Like, look at all that vapor.
Mm-hmm.
How can you look at that and say that something didn't explode under my shirt?
Right.
Something just exploded under my shirt. I should not be sitting here alive right now. Judas Hartpole just killed me. Look at that. That's cavitation. See, this is what I'm talking about. When we do testing, we find out what the right answer is. That is the... I'm going to pull up the cavitation frame.
Okay.
This is science right here. We find out how do we actually reproduce it. Where is it? I don't know that I have it right here. I'll pull it up with... Yeah, I'm in Valhalla. I just got shot. I just got shot and killed.
Oh, man.
Where... I don't know where the real one is.
Yeah, I guess maybe I need to send you, Jordan, a microphone so you can hold that next to.
Hold what?
I've got
Oh,
a
SM58.
microphone.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's not the exact one, like, I've got
SNES
some
and 58.
WWE microphones around here, some karaoke microphones around here for effect.
But I think hopefully just one more test here. And then we'll have basically everything I need to do here, and then we can move on.
Whack Abstract says, just looks like the direction or placement of the device is a little bit off. And here's the thing, you guys, like we've talked about before, recreating, they might not even known exactly the way it was going to shake out that day, you know? It's just trying to recreate down to the specificity. There's always going to be some little bit of difference in there. Always. With anything you do that has multiple variables involved, you know?
All right, now I need to crop.
Well, Hollowware.
And zoom. This is the original that we got from Piper, I think. From
Yes.
UV review.
Yep.
All right, now.
Isaac Gold says, I saw the same effect on Charlie near the top. Holy smokes, this is blowing my mind.
His is a lot stronger, but check that out.
Get Crunk says that's straight up smoke under his shirt.
Check that out. His is a lot stronger.
Wow.
But you cannot, that is the same thing. It's just more pronounced. Like, what just happened? I really wish I could get these other screens to go away. There we go.
There you go.
Like, that is the same kind of event.
Mm-hmm.
That is wild.
Mm-hmm.
So you can say, like, we can have people on and say, I'm not going to talk bad about them, but we can have people on the show and say, oh, it looks like it's some kind of circular device under this, like an airbag or a flotation device or something that's rapidly expanding like a C shape. But I just, is it the same thing exactly? No. It's much less pronounced, but it's the same type of thing.
But you don't know that if you did it the second time, the third time, whatever. I mean, it may look exactly that way. It may look a different way. You don't know, but
yeah,
we only see one example from him. So,
like, it's possible that if the timing of the shutter speed was off by just a split second, it would be much more similar. Who knows? And you have to remember that none of the other cameras captured that cavitation look, except for that one. That's the only one that captured it. So I have like a sliver of it here. Who's to say that it wasn't the same? That I just didn't capture it the exact right time. But if you were to show me that outside any other context, I would tell you that looks like cavitation of the neck, starting in the left. And you might even be able to convince somebody that's the microphone exploding.
Mm-hmm.
But until we get out into the field, now, to be fair, is my head moving the same way his head is moving? No. So we still have more to do. But that's the cavitation frame, folks. You have to get out on the field and test.
I really think that if you were wearing some kind of a TENS unit or something that made your muscles, not to put you through the ringer anymore, but something that made your muscles activate in that moment, that it just by default would cause you to clench.
We can do that when I have a buddy with me. I'm not doing that without a buddy.
Yeah.
Because if it were to malfunction, I need someone to,
Yeah.
Maybe we can do that later.
Yeah.
That's the cavitation frame, folks. And I've been trying to reproduce that for a while. Hoo-yah.
It's pretty cool.
That's great.
Well, fantastic. You feel like
Why
made
is
some
everyone
progress.
talking about such weird comments?
Yeah. A whopper of a charge in that necklace. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
The issue with that theory is you have no exhaust coming out the bottom. If you want to have something within the necklace or within the pendant propelling it upwards, it's got to throw something out the back. And we don't see any evidence of anything being thrown out the back. All the vapor is going in the direction of travel, which indicates the source of the vapor or the propellant or whatever is stationary because there's no exhaust. So that doesn't work. Just like you would see the shirt go down and sort of like stretch like this almost. It would go down first because of the exhaust from the shape charge.
Esoterica 44 said Jordan is great at this. He's been working so hard. That's for sure. He has been. What about this? Go ahead, please respond.
You have to think about it like a rocket. If you want to put a shape charge inside the pendant, inside of here, you've effectively turned this into a rocket. What comes out the back of a rocket? Rocket exhaust. That's going to, number one, destroy the shirt, just for starters. It's going to yank the shirt down, not up. And it just doesn't work. Like, a rocket engine is not the solution here. And it doesn't matter if it's a rocket engine, if it's a solid rocket motor, if it's a liquid fueled rocket engine, if it's a shape charge, if it's a pixie, it doesn't matter. The only way this object can by itself propel itself upwards, absent any external forces, is by throwing something out the back. And you're going to see that. And we don't. So anyway, would a radiological device cause the explosion to be stronger? I don't know where they're coming from. Do you?
No, I'm not sure. But if you could tell us any more, what do you mean by radiological device?
And there's no explosion. It's not a detonation. It's just an overpressure event. I say that a lot, but the distinction is important because there's no ignition. Is the test conclusive or inconclusive? When I say test, I don't mean like, does it pass the test? I kind of do. I mean, did this one pass? I mean, I guess so in some ways, but we're trying to create a technology here, and the technology is clearly not finished yet. but we're getting closer. So
Mhm.
it's not so much pass fail. I mean, there is ultimately a pass fail. It either reproduces the observables within the constraints or not, or it doesn't. And right now it's technically it doesn't, because I haven't done everything yet. And like the shirt behavior still isn't right. The blood definitely wasn't right today. And I don't have 3 solenoids for everything yet. And the disguisability still kind of sucks. So it's technically a fail right now, but it's an expected fail because we're still pretty early. I hate to say that. We're not really that early, but we're not at the finish line yet.
Yeah. I'll be right back, Jordan. If you want to go on solo layout, you can. Yes. And
I'll save
I'll
that for when
answer
you
that.
come back.
Okay, perfect. I'll be right back.
Yes, it is a recreation. Yes. Do you know if anyone has also theorized a sound propulsion instrument? I know that you can do acoustic levitation with very, very small objects, but I do not believe that would be an effective solution here because it's just not powerful enough and you would hear it. So I don't think it's an acoustic device. And I think I might actually put out a video on the speaker hypothesis saying that the speakers, the PA speakers, would somehow reproduce the gunshot noise. They can't because you have the variable crack thump delays. You have no attenuation when you go behind the speaker, but they have a very clear pattern where they actually produce sound. So you would expect it to get significantly quieter behind the speaker, but we don't see that. So it's not the speaker. And you have different frequencies being reproduced that would not be reproduced by those speakers. And those speakers simply are not powerful enough to produce the amount of sound that you need. So, like, it's not the speakers, man. Like, there's like 5, 6 different conclusive rule outs for the speakers. No, it doesn't matter if the sound is pre-recorded. It's about, can the speakers actually reproduce what we observe? No, they cannot. There's variable crack thump delay. So one observer will hear crack thump, another will hear crack thump, another will hear crack thump, and someone else might not even hear crack thump at all. They'll just hear just a crack. Cannot reproduce that with speakers, at least not not without a field of dozens of speakers, which we have no evidence of. And of course, it would be pre-recorded. That does not rule out it being speakers, or that does not solve any of your problems. Your problems are the variable crack thump delay between observers, the lack of signal attenuation when you step behind the speaker. If it were coming from the speakers, you would expect it to be loud in front of the speaker and basically nothing behind the speaker, but we do not observe that. We have very strong noise both in front of and behind the speaker, or the speakers. But there's like 5 or 6 different conclusive rule outs for that. So we know it's not the speaker. Now, if you want to demonstrate that out in the field, more power to you, but like it's conclusively ruled out. And you would need to know exactly what the rule outs are in order to properly test it. You can't just set up some speakers in a field and say, oh, I made a loud gunshot noise. I've won, or not I've won, but made a loud gunshot noise. It sounds scary. Test's over. No, you have to look for variable crack thump delays. You have to reproduce those. You have to record it from different positions consistent with the microphones that we have and see whether or not it attenuates behind the speakers, which it will, because that's how speakers work. And you have to reproduce all of the same frequencies. And you're not going to, because that's not how speakers work. Let's see what she starred here. Do we know if the footage was ever put through AI CGI detector software? I don't know. I haven't. I guess that would be a good idea. Don't know how reliable those are, but that would be a good idea, I suppose. I don't know if she read this one. Oh, I think she did. Or I think I did. Or maybe we both did. Yeah, we read that earlier today. Would Charlie know when it's primed about to go, or even in an earlier phase during the countdown? I think so, because they had a lot of people doing hand signals. So I think so. And he appeared to brace right before the impact, or right before the event. What if they tried many scenarios throughout the day, then blended the best and added CGI to smooth out the anomalies? I don't think so. I think that's way too much work. I think you're going to put all of your energy into making the event itself correct. Trying to add CGI in later is going to be way too dirty, in my opinion. But maybe, I don't know if Kelly, if you already read these or not. Just going through the stars.
No, I was just kind of starring a bunch of them. I might have a couple of them I might have, but I don't think for the most part.
Whoa, we have a disagreeer here. Can respect people's efforts. This is why you don't get any yourself. Although your work has been excellent, the way you act against others, F's it. Well, I mean, we have people on who disagree with us on Try and Prove It Thursday nights. And I don't think I particularly disrespect people. I debunk people, but I'm not rude about it. I don't think. You can check out the videos on my channel if you disagree, but I don't think I'm rude. That's
was saying that that's
okay. That makes more sense now. All right. We had a comment. It was for you, Kelly.
Oh, okay.
Or the one that I pulled up right before you left. The one about the moving dot, the moving wound.
Oh, yes. So then how does this potentially impact the moving wound idea? I mean, I think that it could be a combination of things. You know, this event could have involved a squib and whatnot, and then also still had some, we'll call it other special effects, visual special effects added in for extra emphasis, extra drama.
No. I'm trying to find that one again. I don't know where it was.
It was from Ruth. Oh, here we go. I got it. Kelly, we still have the problem of the jumping wound.
So
yeah, I mean, in the videos, you and I kind of have maybe two different thoughts on that, or I don't know where ultimately you land on that, but I still have I've got an issue with for those who have not seen this. If you weren't in our stream on Thursday night, we talked at length about the idea of some of these videos potentially being altered because there are several different things, but maybe most concerning of all is the way that this wound kind of stays in the same spot even while he's like moving on the screen for a few frames. And to see it that issue happen in multiple videos from different angles definitely concerns me.
I'm going to pull up the thing that I did here. Back into this one. Remember this? So on that stream, we're not on the stream, but I showed this on the stream. I added my own fake wound just with some basic keyframes, and it does some of the weird stuff. Like right there. Kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
And that was not intentional. That was just a mistake because I didn't do enough keyframes. So and that took like 5 minutes for me to do. Is it as precise, as correct as the one that we see on Charlie? No. Like it's definitely much more rough, but it only took me 5 minutes to do. So what I said in that stream was, yes, is this a candidate explanation for this? Is it a candidate explanation? Yeah, it is a candidate explanation for that, because we've demonstrated that that can do it. However, I still have more work to do on video compression, because all I did was like sort of like screw around with some picture drawings and some like super vague, I guess, lessons on how video compression works that I hope helped sort of not educate like in a bad sense, but help, I guess, teach what I've learned about video compression and how I think it explains everything. But I still need to demonstrate like very clearly that I can take some not compressed footage of this event, perhaps, maybe push it through some compression and maybe demonstrate some of the exact same artifacts. That's what I need to do in order to, as we say on the show, prove it. In order to say, okay, like I've sort of laid out what I think it is, but now I need to demonstrate that, yeah, video compression does cause this exact artifact the exact same way that we see it. That's what I need to do. But I do think it's almost all of it is video compression, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I need to demonstrate it with video compression.
I wanted to pull up, for what it's worth, that night before. I'm going to use the trick you told me the other night also. So, right.
You know how to turn off live photos, right?
How to turn off what? Live photos?
Yeah.
I do. I do.
Live photos? Okay.
Well, okay. Well, now I see. Hold on. Open with preview. Okay, now I'm going to save it. So, I mean, not that this means, I don't know exactly what this means. I'll be curious to see what you think, Jordan, but I'm going to
Sorry, I stepped out without announcing it.
You're good. So as I was prepping in a hurry for that, I'm going to put this on stage. Hold on. How do I remove? Let's see. What is that pulling from?
Oh, I put it on the. I'm going to step out again. I'll be right back.
Okay. Remove. Add to stage. I don't know if you guys are able to see that very well, but this was just this was a little photo that I had to take. I think I was using Perplexity at the time. I was just trying to like finalize a couple of points that I was trying to make. And as it was helping me, as the AI was helping me, it said, I need to stop and be straightforward with you here rather than continue helping plan this content. Charlie Kirk is a real living person. And look, you guys, you can see up at the top, it says Thursday, April 23rd, 8:09 p.m. Okay. And anyway, there's no verified shooting incident involving Charlie Kirk on 9/10 at Utah Valley University. The premise of this entire yeah, and shooting, right? The premise of this entire conversation that there is real initial footage of Kirk being shot, that there's an archive of multi-angle shooting clips. The UVU ran a deepfake operation around it, does not appear to be grounded in real verified events. I should have flagged this much earlier. I'm so sorry. This was a serious error. But anyway, just in case you needed to know, here we are 7.5 months later, and Perplexity still believes, or actually, wait, was this Perplexity or this? Maybe this was. I wasn't using. Oh, I was like, I wasn't using Grok, but no, I don't use Chat GPT. I had this Alex Jones thing in there because I was wondering why it showed this X link at the top, but Anyway.
Because Sam Altman's evil.
Yeah. Well, whoever it is, they wanted to make sure that I knew that he was a real living person. As recently as Thursday.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they don't their training data cuts off at a certain point, and they don't know to check for, or I don't know if, I don't use Perplexity. I don't know if it has access. It looks like it does have internet access, but it doesn't always know to check on the internet before it assumes that a major event did not take place.
Yeah.
I have a screen share. Are you done screen sharing?
I'm done.
Take yours off, or no, yours is not on.
I just removed it. Yep.
Okay. This was the test I did earlier today, which I think went way better than what we had in the field. This was in the shower, but here we go. And I have clear blood or clear water coming out this time. But the timing was way better on that one. I'm not sure why it sucked so much out in the field compared to this one. It shouldn't have. So I'll have to look into that. But this is the wound that I got. Much better. It's just not clear. Is that not like a pretty good wound?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that flow. And then on this one, I'm gonna have to post this to X later. And because I'm doing a selfie, it's like not really. Check that out. That yanked up almost to my ear. I don't have the cavitation frame, but I do have. That's interesting. I have the back of my shirt, the back of my hair jumping out.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I wish that was the result I got in the field. That's what I wish. With the real blood.
It's a delicate balance, right? Between the amount of times that you test at home versus picking up all your stuff, going out to location.
There's a lot of movement between gear up or suiting up and the field and suiting up and the shower. It's like 2,000 steps versus like 5 steps.
Yeah.
So that's a big factor.
And
I was sitting down on that one too.
Let's remember that you're doing all of this by yourself as well.
Yeah, especially this part is like impossible to get right, which is why it looked so bad. It could have looked a lot better.
We need to get you an intern.
Yeah, I need to hire in my company, my property maintenance company. I need a work buddy who can keep me on task so I'm not on Twitter all day when I'm supposed to be working. On Twitter all day, texting you all day, checking this all day,
Run into Home
talking to that person all day,
Depot. Yeah.
making stock videos all day. I need someone to keep me on task.
Oh man.
Maybe I would
Okay,
have more
well,
money if I was on task more.
oh gosh. Well, let's throw the info up one more time on, because it's been a little bit, on the GoFundMe for Jordan's
We're gonna
effort.
do one more test, I think. Or I would like to do one more test next week on to improve the blood flow, to improve the comfort, because typically I don't take the thing off as soon as I get back home, but I did today because it was very uncomfortable today. Because I added the water pump, which sucked. We want to improve the blood flow. I want to get a third solenoid. I want to get a third solenoid to do the back of the shirt behavior, I think, maybe. And that way we'll have everything. Ooh, did the rifle actuator work? I don't think I even looked at it.
Here, let's see. I still have it pulled up on my computer. Hold on.
I have it pulled up here. It's not on the screen share though.
Yes, it did. It did.
Yes,
here you
it
go.
did.
If you,
Awesome.
yep. Do you want me to pull it up on the screen just for people who might be joining us? Because we've had probably, we've got
Yeah, go ahead.
500 people, looks like. Okay. Remove that. Add to stage. Let me go back a couple more seconds. So we'll just run through this one more time. I don't want to have to hear me count through the entire countdown. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Start sequence. 1. And so this. Oh,
My performance was way better.
I definitely heard it.
Here, come here.
I definitely heard it.
He was excited, Jordan, to get to see it in action.
So the blood, I want to show you this, dude. Are you done with? Can I do my screen
go
share
for
now?
it. Of course.
Okay. Going to remove yours. So I don't want to remove you if you're like in the middle of something.
Nope.
So the blood test in the field kind of sucked, but the blood test I did in my shower beforehand didn't suck. This is clear blood. It's just water because it was a pre-test, but it kind of worked in the shower.
Look at it flowing out.
I see that. That's very cool. And interesting and crazy and everything.
But then
Man.
on the field test, you couldn't really see it. And that's yours now.
Okay, here we go. We'll do one more. Sequence 1.
Oh, I can see the blood from that.
Could see a few drops here and there.
Yeah, like barely.
It'll be better next week.
Pretty cool. Well, pretty cool. Brayden, do you think you could be mission control?
Maybe.
Maybe. Or maybe we can do some practices.
We would have Kelly as the news lady as the host, talking to the audience, and we can have me out on the field, and we can have Brayden doing being the mission control operator, maybe. Pretty cool.
Be the intern? Yeah.
I'll go back out.
Okay.
I gained subscribers like crazy today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good.
His is just more contained, and they probably had a prosthetic on his neck with blood under it being pumped, but with a more flexible, softer tube. Yeah, probably. Any more new comments? Is a hologram projector still running on the ground afterwards next to the sacred death chair? I don't think so, because a hologram can't throw hats, but I can throw hats.
That would be the biggest question about the whole hologram thing, right? Is how would they swing that? Because I don't know that there was a time that Charlie went off stage, like
He didn't.
yeah, after coming out and throwing the hats, getting the mic clipped on him. I'd have to go back and watch the footage again, but I don't think there was a time that he like disappeared from the view.
What is Axiom? Is Axiom
Uh,
space?
I feel like I know Axiom of Axiom Insights, so like a large like data tech and news company, but
I don't know what Axiom they're talking about. I know Axiom space, but I don't think they're
there's
talking about that.
Axiom Medical, Axiom, yeah.
Axiom holographics.
Um, I have a video of Candace doing the hologram thing, the same thing that we were tagged in, Jordan, on X. Or you can remove that because I don't have it pulled up right now. But
We were tagged in what?
okay. We were tagged in something. Oh gosh, it was about a movie premiere, like a recent movie premiere, and the actor. Oh, I think it was from Michael, like the new Michael Jackson movie, and I think the guy who plays Michael Jackson is in this hologram thing. We were tagged in it on X. I think you had responded to her from, is it Bettina? I can't remember her name off the top of my head.
I don't know.
Anyway, it was about the hologram thing, but I have Candace, a couple of years ago. I think she was pregnant at the time, but going through this whole hologram thing. So, I mean, that makes it a little interesting too, because Candace had experienced the technology for herself.
This is so fucking.
What?
So
I thought that was really hilarious.
It's like, bro,
you guys
like,
have to hear it with
doing?
you have to hear it with the sound on though. That's when it's like so good.
That coming through?
No.
Sorry, I completely zoned out. I think you were talking.
It's okay. I think we're both super tired. I'm exhausted too. We just hit 3 hours. Yes, and Ruth, if you want to DM me, we can talk again. We can talk more about the hologram thing, but I do have and you can probably find it yourself too, but if you can't, I do have recorded video of her experiencing the hologram thing for herself. Who did she do it with? Was it with I don't think it was with Joe Rogan. I think it was
I need to get off X. I'm like you're saying,
Yeah.
I need to get off of here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm focused on you now. What's going on?
Oh, we're just talking about holograms and Candace's stuff and
If
Candace's
Ruth has a well fleshed out theory on holograms, I'm sure we would love to have her come on, try and prove it, and try to prove it.
please.
If
Yeah,
it's well fleshed
absolutely.
out.
Yep. Or
That goes out
anyone
to
else.
anybody.
Yeah, and anyone else that Ruth knows who may be kind of, I don't know who's kind of leading the charge on the hologram theory, but it would be great to have, whether it's Ruth or anyone, come talk about holograms. Well, I mean, so Ruth said, I can't prove anything. Well, I mean, we're all working.
That's defeatism.
We're all working.
I think we can absolutely prove what happened to Charlie Kirk. All right, I'm tired. I barely slept last night.
Yep. Okay. Well, thanks so much for all of your hard work, Jordan. Thank you so much for everyone who stuck with us through this. Make sure that you are subscribed to the Try and Prove It channel. Got those notifications turned on. So click that bell, turn them all on. Please make sure that you have also subbed to Jordan Henshaw and to Kelly Raybon on YouTube, X, all the
But
things.
more importantly, the Try and Prove It channel so we can get those numbers up.
That's right. That's right. This is the spot. This is the spot.
And what I'll end with before you close this out officially is, was this the best test today? No. The blood didn't really work. I mean, it came out, but it didn't really work. Like, it clearly came out, but it didn't really work the way I wanted it to. Was the shirt behavior going in the right direction? No, it went like over here. So was it the best test in the world? No. But we make it better by failing. We make it better by learning. We make it better by getting out there and trying it. So that's what we did today. It wasn't the best test, but that's okay, because next week I think it's going to be much better because I'm going to have more experience. That's how we learn. That's how we make it better. Back
Definitely. Well, thank y'all again. We appreciate it. Have a great start to your week, and we will see you soon. Hope to see you on Thursday night. As Jordan gets one more big yawn in there. All right. Bye.